Tuscaloosa. See dealer for complete terms, provisions, and exclusions.
Creamy nut butter makes it delightfully sweet. Roasted nuts make it perfectly salty. Get two great tastes in one delicious bar. Enjoy a Nature Valley sweet and salty nut bar today.
So, what are you sipping? Whether it's our freshly ground coffee to wake you up or an icy Polar Pop cup or Froster to keep you going, our new Sip and Save drink subscription at Circle K will keep you refreshed every day. Join Circle K's Sip and Save and grab any size drink every day for just $5.99 a month. Yeah, start sipping and saving today. Just sign up with your mobile number when you check out at Circle K. Limited time offer at participating locations.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
Sky partially sunny this afternoon. The high today 79. Clouds move in tonight. A chance of showers after midnight. The low 61. Tomorrow mostly cloudy. A good chance of showers. Maybe a thunderstorm in spots. The high tomorrow at 76. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3240 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 74 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Crimson Tide Today is presented by Tuscaloosa, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, and Pearl River Resort.
From the University of Alabama, this is Crimson Tide Today. It's a daily update on Bama sports, and it's brought to you by Caneca Sausage, a true Southern flavor since 1947, and the official smoked sausage of the Crimson Tide. Visit online at canecasausage.com. Hello again, everybody. I'm Roger Hoover. Alabama quarterback Bryce Young met with the media earlier this week and discussed how important the Tennessee rivalry is to him.
Yeah, I've definitely learned a lot more about it since being here, just because, obviously you're around people that are involved in it, have been involved in the past years. But, I've definitely learned how deeply rooted it is, how much it means to us, to our fan base, to our alumni, to everyone. It's something as a team we don't take lightly at all. It's a rivalry that, again, has been very deeply rooted. So I really start to understand how much it meant and what it meant to everyone here as I got here and as I started going to it. So, we all know that, we're all excited for it. We all know that it's going to be a tough week of work. We all have to prepare and make sure that, we're putting ourselves in the best position so that we can execute over the weekend.
I'll have more in a moment.
Caneca Sausage is an Alabama tradition and a fan favorite. Made fresh in Evergreen, Alabama since 1947, Caneca Sausage is the best-tasting hickory smoked sausage you'll ever put in your mouth. Always great for breakfast, Caneca Sausage is now a tailgate grilling favorite. Pick up some today where you buy groceries. Caneca Sausage, the official smoked sausage of the Crimson Tide.
Quarterback Bryce Young picked up a pair of national honors on Monday, being named the Davy O'Brien Great Eight and the Manning Award Stars of the Week list after his performance at Mississippi State last weekend. Crimson Tide Today is brought to you by Caneca Sausage. Crimson Tide Today is a production of the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
WTUG HD2 Northport and W265CG Tuscaloosa. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Who you are is more important than what you do. The only way that you're going to have any kind of success in your life, you have to buy into a process of what it takes to reach a goal. How can I be the best I can be at what I do? How much of your time was spent and how much was it invested in your goal? You can't do it unless you can overcome adversity, because that's what makes great things great, is the things that you had to overcome to accomplish them.
We have about 5 choices in our life, and everybody has a choice as to what they want to do and how they want to do that. But if you're going to be excellent or elite, you got to do special things. You have to have special intensity. You have to have special focus. It doesn't matter what God-given ability that you have, but without the rest of it, I'm not sure you ever get excellent or elite.
You have to have toughness. What does it take to break you? I don't care what circumstance you're faced with. What does it take to break your focus, to make you give in? You're tired or you don't feel like giving effort or finishing the play like you should. I'm not saying it's our goal to try to break you. It's just the way it is in football. It's going to be difficult if you're getting yourself ready to play at a high level. And just because you got beat on the last play, that can't affect the next play. That's breaking you. Your frustration is breaking you. What does it take to break you?
We should help others. We should serve other people all the time. You cannot be a leader and affect other people if you're not willing to serve other people. Think of our lives as every day we should appreciate the opportunity that we have to accomplish and affect something. Earn this. Everybody made all these sacrifices for you to live. Go live a good life, be a good father, help other people, accomplish something of significance, make a difference. That would be my message to everybody here. Make a difference and help everybody's spirit in a positive way. God bless you and roll tide.
Jay Barker led the Crimson Tide to a national championship in 1992, winner of the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award and a finalist for the Heisman Trophy, voted the SEC Player of the Year, and was drafted by the Green Bay Packers, also seeing time with the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. He is the winningest quarterback in Alabama history, 35-2-1, member of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. Jay Barker brings that same championship quality and football expertise to his own radio network and show. Joining him is Lars Anderson, New York Times best-selling author, 20-year veteran of Sports Illustrated, and professor at the University of Alabama. Live from the AVX studios in Birmingham, Alabama, The Jay Barker Show.
I think we pride ourselves in being relentless, physical, fast, and an offense that's really prepared and ready to do anything that's given to us. I think something we pride ourselves in is evaluating who we're playing, looking at defense, and really game planning each week. So for us, we have a lot of pride in in having our identity and being ourselves, but being able to understand that things might look different week to week, making sure that we're able to communicate and be on the same page with all the little changes that we make. So I think all that ties into our identity. At Alabama, there's a process for everyone, and there's a lot of people in the room and a lot of people in the locker room that have gone through. We've all gone through similar things here, as far as just believing in the process, just developing, getting better and better, understanding, and having to be patient at times. So really, a lot of that is just talking to other guys on the team and all of us sharing our own individual experiences and us kind of being able to relate to each other. And the process here is something that we all have to buy into, something that we all live by. So there's a lot of walking testimonies that you get to be surrounded by here.
Welcome in, and again, Bryce Young, some of his thoughts there, and dealing with not only the week of practice, getting ready and prepared for Tennessee, and it's a big one coming up on Tuesday. 14-game winning streak for the Crimson Tide, and we're going to dive into all that. But right now, I want to tell you about Bridgeways. We're out here today for the Kathleen P. Brune Memorial Leadership Open for 2021, and where young people learn to care, connect, and contribute is what Bridgeways is all about. So Bridgeways teaches young people in grades 5K through 12, interpersonal and soft skills, now known as social emotional intelligence, specifically the core values of kindness, caring, respect for every individual's intrinsic value as a human being, including themselves. So a lot of great things happening, and what a beautiful day. We were yesterday at Founders with Gary Burley for his golf tournament, and today with Patty Bromberg and Bridgeways for this one at Legacy. Lars, we kind of dialed up a better morning, and we got about 9-10 holes in. Now sitting down to do the show, we might jump back out there with this weather the way it is, but I know a big crowd is going to be gathering as it did last year, but a lot of fun. And, man, you had a lot of good shots out there today.
Well, Jay, you led the way with a couple nice tee shots, and my friend Miss Nebraska out here with us hit some really nice putts for us. Got some birdies. But, man, just so much fun and just hanging out with you and Antonio and Robbie Glenn. You couldn't ask for a better morning. That's what golf's all about, too. It's really not about hitting the shots. It is about the creating of friendships, deepening bonds, and just enjoying each other's company.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And we throw it back to his AVX with Matt Coulter's there as well. We got Antonio Langham on site with us. He played, and also Robbie Glenn, as a lot of you know, of Striker Strong, and a former Alabama baseball player with us today as well. A lot of great people involved. A lot of money being raised today for a great cause called Bridgeways. Matt, we'll throw it back to you at AVX. How's it going today? Thank you for holding down the fort back for us.
Well, somebody's got to do it. I'm the catcher of the team here. I get nicked and bruised and left at home, but very, very happy to be here. And it is absolutely a gorgeous day and what a wonderful cause in Bridgeway. So really glad that you guys are out there. I'm just kidding. I'm just glad to have a home. So a lot of things to talk about. I don't know where y'all want to lead off. But by the way, Antonio there. Hey, Antonio.
Matt's asking for you. He can't hear you. We've only Lars and I got the headsets on.
What's going on, Matt? I don't need to hear him. I know Matt. How you doing all right today, Matt?
Man.
Good.
Wonderful. And see, he already has the answer prep. I do want to say kudos to Lars once again because I think Tom Brady's on board with the season in the sun.
Yeah, not gonna lie. Today is one of the most significant days of my career, and right now, A Season in the Sun is the top-selling sports book on Amazon. And Bruce Arians tweeted about it last night. Tom Brady put it on his Instagram last night. I was texting with Tom, and I asked him just for a favor, say, hey, can you put this out on your social? And he got back to me within about 3 minutes, and he said, sure thing. And Tom's a man of his word, and he put it out there. And, you know, Jay, that sort of publicity is more than any interview I'll do, more than any excerpt that will run. And it's just it's incredible the traction that this book has gotten just since the release date, which was yesterday. How sales have gone. It's just been through the roof, and I've never experienced anything like it. And this is book number 12 for me. So again, not my first rodeo, but this is my first experience of just being involved in something that is just sort of white hot on social media.
Man, congratulations. And, you know, when you're in every airport in America, that's going to help as far as the attention the book gets, but also more importantly, it's the story. It's how you wrote it and the way that you were able to get some really behind the scenes interviews, whether it be in Bruce Arians or whether it be with Tom Brady or any of the other players and coaches on that team. And you have a great ability to deep dive with people and really find kind of that behind the scenes or things that people normally may not find from a particular person or storyline. You do a great job of that. So I'm not surprised that the book is going to do so well. Plus, you got New England fans that want to read about Tom. You got just normal NFL fans. You got business people that want to hear about success. And then Tampa, you know, they haven't had a championship in a long time. So Bruce Arians and I'm sure these players will all be benefiting from this book and the capturing of the story of a great moment and a great time in their life.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's sort of a mini profile of Tom Brady and also Bruce Arians. And the thing that I don't do is do a game-by-game recap. That's just too boring. Everybody knows sort of what happened, trying to get the story behind the story, take readers to places they can't go themselves through reporting. And as I mentioned yesterday when we discussed this, Matt, I normally takes me 18 months to write a book. I did this one in 12 weeks, which made it very challenging. But at the same time, it was probably the most gratifying because it just came together so well. And Matt, in your career, have there been a moment or moments where just something comes together so quickly and then it turns out more incredible than you ever imagined?
Well, I'm still working on my first book, so my experience wouldn't be from your standpoint. Well, that's a good question. My immediate thought is 1993, when they put together the World League of American Football. They put together the broadcast staff, and I ended up with Ken Stabler, and we traveled Europe, Canada, had a big blast, and it ended up being even more fun and exciting and rewarding in a lot of ways than I ever anticipated.
Matt, you got to tell me, what is the best Ken Stabler story traveling in Europe together?
We might need to do that later.
I got you.
I've got one. I'll
So,
share it with y'all in a little while. But
Okay. Ed Orgeron. Again, everybody's talking about who's going to be the next head coach at LSU. USC was kind of the main topic. But I was kind of interesting to see that Dabo and also Jimbo Fisher's name came up a lot early in the week. They both have had, pretty good statements about where they want to stay and what they're going to do and what their intentions are. I think Dabo definitely, but I think Jimbo was the one that many people thought might be a connection. He's such good friends with the AD. But he came out and said yesterday, he's done. He's where he wants to be. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But they're going to find somebody to take that place. Ed Orgeron, in an article today, even talked further about wanting to finish the season with our team before parting ways with LSU. One player said Orgeron's personal life began to impact his coaching. It said it was just a distraction, the player said to Miller, who wrote this article. In 2019, there was no what's Coach O doing post-game or Sunday during the day. Is he laying by the pool with a lady? He was planning events other than football all throughout that year. So pretty amazing. Some of the things coming out, some of the players, and what we're going to hear more about this at Orgeron, kind of off-the-field stuff, and why LSU decided to go in the direction they did. Also, who's going to be the next coach? This is an unbelievable opportunity for someone to walk into a great program with a ton of support and a lot of athletes to recruit around
Lane Kiffin.
that area. He might be. You look at what he's done at Ole Miss, and you talk about adding those athletes that you can get on defense, and then also being able to play that style of offense. Be a great place for Lane to, and Lane kind of fits that atmosphere in LSU too. Don't you think that? Yeah. Maybe it wouldn't be a good move for him.
He fits it too well.
Good move for LSU. Yeah. All right, Local Realty, one of our great sponsors. I want to tell you about them every day because I really, really care about Jeremy and Gina Miller and their family. But more importantly, the team that they built, you're going to absolutely love them. And they care about you, making sure that you're getting the most out of the sale of your home. And that's what they work on, the sell side when it comes to selling your home with Local Realty. Go to localrealtyflatfee.com. That's localrealtyflatfee.com to find out more information about this great company. They've got a 5-star on Zillow. They've sold over 1,000 homes on just the last few years in the Metro Birmingham area, save people millions of dollars, and they can save you as well thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. And as you hear in the background, always something at a golf course, whether it's somebody picking up trash or cleaning out blowing off the grass. So a lot of stuff going on. But Local Realty, check them out, localrealtyflatfee.com. That's localrealtyflatfee.com for more information on Local Realty. We'll be back live from Greystone Legacy. Again, we're at the 2021 Kathleen P. Bruin Memorial Leadership Open, and it's a part of a big, great cause called Bridgeways. All right, stay with us. We'll return.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
The flagship station for Alabama Crimson Tide sports, Tide 100.9, and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
If your family depends on your income and something happened to you, what would happen to them? You need life insurance, and SelectQuote can help you get it at a price you can afford.
SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, who's in excellent health, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $19 a month.
Not in perfect health? Don't worry.
SelectQuote found Tanya, 40, who has type 2 diabetes, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $32 a month.
We shop companies like Protective, Prudential, American General, and others to find you the company with the best rates. Give your family the security they need at a price you can afford.
For your free quote, call 1-800-519-0449. That's 1-800-519-0449. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-519-0449.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your premium could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
So, what are you sipping? Whether it's our freshly ground coffee to wake you up or an icy Polar Pop cup or Froster to keep you going, our new Sip and Save drink subscription at Circle K will keep you refreshed every day. Join Circle K's Sip and Save and grab any size drink every day for just $5.99 a month. Yeah, Start sipping and saving today. Just sign up with your mobile number when you check out at Circle K. Limited time offer at participating locations.
Can I get a weight reading on the cat in exam 3?
Zuri needs a new vet tech after their current one literally moved to a farm.
Tail checkup is waiting.
But finding an ideal replacement takes some training.
This is like herding cats.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Schedule virtual interviews and talk to candidates right from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon. Cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code BOOST for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST.
Taco Bell presents a get out of bedtime story. It's time to wake up from this amazing dream, even though you're jet skiing on lemonade. How extreme! And oh, look at that, you just won the lottery. Is that a castle? Take the keys, it's your property. What's better than swimming in space? Just wait for the big reveal. It's Taco Bell breakfast and it's actually real. So it's time to wake up and bid your dreams farewell, because toasted breakfast burritos are waiting for you, only at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell locations near you during breakfast hours only.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
The sky partially sunny this afternoon. The high today 79. Clouds move in tonight. A chance of showers after midnight. The low 61. Tomorrow mostly cloudy. A good chance of showers. Maybe a thunderstorm in spots. The high tomorrow at 76. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 76 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Last week we definitely had a really good week of practice. We were locked in. We had that wake-up call, and I think it showed. I think we did a lot of good things. So that's really a big theme for us, is to make sure that that's not just a one-week thing, not just a reaction, but for us to go back to making that the standard. I thought we did a good job of communicating. I think a lot of it really comes down to preparation that we had as a whole offensively during the week. We were all locked into the game plan, all locked into the third down plan. I thought we got a lot of quality reps during practice last week. So again, that's something that we're really, really priding ourselves in, is making sure that becomes the norm, and making sure that we continue that intensity during the week. Just trying to take what the defense gave us. Each and every play, it's just about trying to find the best, do what's best for the offense, best to keep the ball movement. And this weekend, like you said a few times, happened to open up, have green grass. Coach OB does a good job of letting us know and kind of coaching us and harping on us of just making those good decisions and knowing when to throw, when to run. And this week that just happened to be what it was. But as a quarterback, you can never predetermine what you want to do or go into a game or have a game plan about doing one thing more than the other. But it just happened to work out this way this weekend.
And again, we're live for the Camp Fletcher. Is one of the things that Bridgeways does. That's the organization they're raising money for today at the 2021 Kathleen P. Brune Memorial Leadership Open. And again, sponsored by Blue Cross Blue Shield, also official partner Alltech. Some of the other sponsors we'll talk about a little bit later on. But great event, and we've had a ton of fun this morning playing some holes, and before we had to jump on the radio here at noon. And if you're listening to us on BamaInsider.com, don't forget to subscribe, like, and also send us your comments. We'll get those comments. I know Matt will be able to see them back in the studio. We'll get some of those questions or comments you've got about this Alabama-Tennessee game coming up this weekend. And that's where I want to start with Antonio Langham. Is you think about this matchup, you think about this game, and what it meant for our coaches, what it meant for our team. It's a little bit different now. I mean, 14 wins. The younger generation, I don't think, sees this as the rivalry that we did. Remember when Coach Dubose always had this game, and he would get up and go through all the different players from Tennessee, offense and defense, and talk about what it meant when it was. Don't look at that. What it and we're not talking about anybody else, like anybody. It was something. He talked about all the different positions, but then he went into this kind of really intense about what this game means and how Coach Bryant saw this game. And we played the fight song. I mean, Rocky Top was in our locker room. It was in our weight room. It was in our training room. It was on the field. It was in an indoor facility, playing and blasting all the time. And pretty amazing how that whole week was to think back. Remember the scout team used to put the T's on their helmets with tape and they'd wear the orange jerseys. Yeah. I mean, it was a big deal. I don't think it's like that anymore.
Yeah, that third Saturday in October was something else, man. You wanted third Saturday in October to be over with so fast, because starting on Sunday when we came in for meetings and all that, Rocket Top would be playing. They had these speakers and they would be blasting Rocket Top all day long. And then it seemed like it took Coach Dubose an hour to get through the scouting report of Tennessee. He would give you every single player and what they do, how they operate, and then he would tell us, like you said, tell us how it was for them, man. So by the time Saturday hit and it was time to put the ball on the tee, man, you were ready to go out and hand Tennessee one, because you didn't want them to score a field goal. You didn't want them to score a point, because you didn't want to hear Rocket Top, because you heard Rocket Top 24/7 the whole week. You didn't want them to score any points, because you know if they didn't score, they weren't going to play Rocket Top. So, I mean, but I'm like you now. Bama's been so dominant here in the last few years against Tennessee that I don't know if people even look at the Alabama-Tennessee matchup as a rivalry anymore. I don't even know if they, when you mention Alabama-Tennessee, they be like, oh, well, it's another game. But I know after watching Tennessee against Ole Miss, Tennessee is a lot better team than I thought they were going to be this year. And I'm not going to sit here and say that they're going to give Bama a great game, but I think they do something. I don't know if the quarterback is going to be healthy. He went down late in the game. Was it Booker?
Yeah.
He went down late in the game, but they do have Milton that came from Michigan. So if he gets an opportunity to play Saturday, he may do well for them. So I think Tennessee will do some things early against Bama, but I don't think they'll be able to hold up 4 quarters against Bama.
All right, Lars, what's your take on it as far as the game coming up this weekend? And we'll get Matt's as well after you, as far as just kind of this midweek report of kind of where this team is coming off a big win over Mississippi State after a tough loss at Texas A&M. And, you know, Tennessee is kind of wobbling in a bit after that Ole Miss game. And they got to be tired. I mean, you talk about an Ole Miss team that ran for their defenses, especially over 100 plays in a game in the SEC. Tough to recover sometimes in those type of games.
Also, just an emotional defeat for Tennessee. And I think it's going to be hard for them to come in to Bryant-Denny and just sort of be mentally there. And I look for Alabama to establish the run again and keep establishing Robinson and make things easy for the quarterback. And I see this as a Alabama blowout, frankly. I don't know what the line is. Matt, do you know what the line is?
Yeah, I have it right here. It's 25.5.
That sounds about right to me.
Matt, what's your take on the game? And also, I'd love to hear your perspective as a guy that covered the game for the last so many years of, and I mean that bad. I mean, I'm just saying you covered it back in the 80s, TV, and 90s, and all the way through the 2000s, radio, and every aspect of covering this rivalry. How do you see the younger generation now, just kind of their view of what this Alabama-Tennessee game means?
I don't think it means anything like it did to us and like it does to me and Jay and Antonio. I remember going to the practices, and this is, it's how old I am, when Coach Bryant was there. And Antonio's right. He had these big public address speakers, and they played it constantly, and maybe even more so when they went to Knoxville. but the pageantry and the history of this game still stands in my mind. Our good friend Al Brown, my dear friend Al Browning, who wrote Third Saturday in October, which is still available and still a good read. But I wonder if there's a hangover about what happened Saturday night at Neyland Stadium. If Tennessee players are absolutely tired of looking at it and talking about it, or maybe it works the other way. Hey, let's get the heck away from that situation. Let's go on the road. We will really be a cohesive group and go out there and try and kick Alabama's butt. But that is not going to happen. I don't think Hooker's going to play. He offers them a unique dynamic offensively. Tennessee's been putting up 400 and 500 yards per game, but Alabama's defense kind of found its legs last weekend in Starkville. So I think it'll kind of be close for the first half, but I fully anticipate Alabama to pull away. I don't know if they cover 25.5. Man, I cannot remember an Alabama-Tennessee game, y'all, that was 25.5. Of course, they are at home. Maybe that's the difference.
Yeah, that may be the difference. All right, Robbie, you get the hard hats yet? Get the idea? We're going to do the hard hats. We're going to put our logos on them, and we're going to hand them out to all the Bama fans walking in so they're ready for the water bottles to fly.
That's going to be great. Yeah. Have Jay Barker radio show logo on
definitely.
it.
Whoever wants to put a logo. It could be Crane Works, anybody. And we can put Bama. Hey, we do BamaInsider as well.com. So,
and Jay, probably the most famous picture of you is with Gene Stallings following a Alabama victory over Tennessee. And you got the scars in your mouth. Tell us the story behind that picture.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was we'd gone out the day before and we had practiced. And I've told the story many times. And we go out, and Homer and I meet with Coach Stallings before we go out and say, look, because I'm coming off a shoulder injury, right? The Barker Gimp, that's that article they wrote about and all that kind of stuff in my right shoulder. So we walk up to him. Coach Smith says, look, Jay's going to throw the short routes and then we're done. We're not going to throw any more the rest of the day. So I get out there, start warming up, and I'm throwing the short routes. All of a sudden, the long routes we're going deeper down the field. And Homer says, step back and just watch, no more practice, whatever else. When the Coach Stallings starts walking towards me with that look, Antonio, and with that walk, that's like, and in my mind, I go, somebody's in trouble. And he kept walking towards me. And he kept walking towards me. And all of a sudden, I'm like, I think he's coming towards me. And he lights into me about, he goes, why are you not throwing? I said, we just talked about this in the 20 minutes inside the locker room. And he goes, but how do I know if you can't throw the deep ball today, how can you play for me tomorrow? And I said, well, I'll be ready tomorrow, but that's part of the plan is that I'm going to take the day off and be better tomorrow. And some things are going to happen that will help me be able to play at a certain level. So we're going back in, and I'm really mad because he kind of did that in front of ESPN was out there. The players were out there, and everybody's just really confused. And he kind of picks his way to where we're walking together into the locker room. And when we go in the locker room, he pulls me into the bathroom, and we had a kind of man-to-man talk, and there was a lot of emotions. Walked out of there with the assistant coaches, and I won't name who, going like, wow. And some saying, good for you. Because they didn't have that ability to say those things at times to Coach Stallings. But we had that kind of father-son type relationship. But we get to the hotel, and he asked me to pray over the meal, and I was so mad. I had shaved so much. My blood pressure was up, and my skin was bubbling with blood. I mean, it really was. I mean, no lie. So we get on the bus. I kept taking a towel, trying to pat it down. I'm like, gosh, I've never had this happen before, but my heart rate was so far up. So he asked me to say the prayer, and I promise you I wanted to pray so much about what's wrong with this man. Has he lost his mind? Is he in Alzheimer's now, or what? Whatever. So I just want me in my mind was thinking I was trying to make a joke out of it, or just whatever. So we go through the game, and my whole thing that whole game was to prove him wrong in a sense. And one of the first plays, I ran out of bounds, but I tried to knock a guy over, and I tried to run him over. And instead of going out of bounds, Coach Stallings came over and grabbed me and said, don't do that. Get out of bounds. Don't take the hits. And I just kind of looked at him like, no, I'm going to play the way I want to play. So we go through the game. We win it. After the game, he walks up to me, has a cigar, and he pats me on the back, turn around. He goes, here's a cigar, son. He goes, great game. I go, thank you, Coach. He goes, how's your shoulder doing? I go, he goes, did I get you forget it. Did I get you not to think about it throughout the game? I was like, yeah, you did, because I was so mad at you. So you know how to push my buttons.
Wow.
But that's that picture with me and Coach Stallings with the cigars in our mouths. That's kind of the storyline of the backstory leading up to that particular moment. But we were both happy at the end that we had beaten Tennessee, and we're able to have that celebration.
Unlit, though, right?
Say it again.
Sorry, it was unlit. The cigar
was wrapped up.
Did you actually smoke it or not? Yes. There's that. I'm looking at the picture right now.
No, not that one.
That one.
Not that one.
No, it's a great picture of you and Coach Stallings.
It is a great shot. And they a lot of times bring it up on TV during the games. They'll show some of the old shots of some of the guys that played in that tradition of having the cigar. But Antonio knows a lot about that. He had a lot of great wins and told Tennessee that we owned them in 1992.
It wasn't supposed to be like that, Lars.
Yeah.
They printed it up wrong, but
You said yesterday you were taken out of context. All right, and I wanted to tell you, every single athlete, when they make a mistake and they say something inflammatory, you know what they say? Taken out of context. Taken out of context.
Okay. Now, what happened was they were naming. They were like, Bama had 7 in a row in Tennessee. Right. So I said, well, then if you put it that way, then that's kind of like we own Tennessee. That's what I said. I know exactly what I said. I'm not losing. I'm losing my memory, but not like that. So certain things come back, Lord. And that's what I said. And I said, so that means we own Tennessee. But well, when it hits the paper, it says Langham says we own Tennessee. Then they got all the TV stations and all this on there. Tennessee players are like, you tell Langham, since they own Tennessee, then he needs to bring the deed to our land tomorrow because we buying it, we taking it back and all that. So, hey, I mean, it made for good football.
No, okay. I retract my statement, Antonio. You were taken out of context. You were the only athlete in history ever taken out of context.
Not quite. All right, we're going to take a break. Before we do, I want to tell you about as far as when it comes to a lot of our great sponsors and people that really mean a lot to us, that have really promoted us and really been a part of what we've done over the last so many months and weeks. One of those is Fully Promoted. Fully Promoted helps you when it comes to maybe you're struggling with finding those new ideas for branding and marketing. Maybe your business needs to find things that people actually like to use or receive when it comes to gifts or different things where you can really catch their attention. In today's competitive business environment, your brand needs to stand out to get noticed. And Fully Promoted offers extensive branding and marketing solutions to get your name in front of your potential customers. They have local experts that specialize in putting your logo on apparel, team gear, caps, promotional products, and also trade show items and printed materials. They provide access to samples that you can actually feel and touch and personalized service to assist you with product selection and decoration methods, taking your brand to the next level. Call Fully Promoted today at 205-406-6430 and mention to them that you heard this ad on the Jay Barker Show for a special offer. That's 205-406-6430. Are you fully promoted? All right, we'll continue live from Legacy Golf Course. The 2021 Kathleen P. Maroon Memorial Leadership Open benefiting Bridgeway. Lars Anderson, Antonio Langham. We got Matt Coulter back at AVX. Jay Barker here. You're listening to the Jay Barker Show. We'll return. Stay with us.
You're listening to the Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
Hi, it's Jay Barker for AVX, Audio Video Excellence. They are the premier provider for custom audio-visual design and installation in the Southeast. AVX seeks excellence in everything it does, including a superior employee experience. AVX offers employees an industry-leading salary, insurance benefits, and 401k options. AVX technicians also receive the highest level of certification and continue training, making it one of the most awarded and decorated companies in the industry. Career opportunities are available now for technicians in Birmingham and Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Join the AVX team by contacting them at avxinc.com.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. If you're average and you're looking for a new pair of running or walking shoes, I suggest you go to an average shoe store, where they'll sell you a pair of average shoes built for the average person with average size feet. But here's the thing. You're not average. No one is. We all exercise differently. We run differently. We walk differently. And our feet come in all sorts of widths and lengths. That's why at the New Balance Birmingham store, we employ fit specialists who will conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot size and shape, along with your gait, and then determine the best New Balance shoes custom fit to you. Because New Balance isn't your average shoe, and you're not average either. Experience the difference an unaverage custom fit makes today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham. Your feet will thank you.
Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at BhamBroker.com. That's BhamBroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's BhamBroker.com. Sell your car through BhamBroker.com or 205-716-1269. Hi, it's Jay Barker for Siebel's in downtown Homewood, and now's the time to get your special place ready. Come in and let Siebel's design your porch with Kingsley Bait outdoor furniture and one of their custom swinging beds. For the great room, you're going to need their Carson swivel recliner. Siebel's is the #1 Carson recliner dealer in the country, and Sarah and I, we've got one, and we absolutely love it. Be sure also to check out their famous custom-made beds and bunk beds, built by Siebel's and made up with some of their best linens in town. Their staff can truly put your bed together like no other store. You can also follow Siebel's and shop on Instagram and Facebook. And be sure to call or go by their special store in downtown Homewood. The number is 800-448-1962. That's 800-448-1962. And just for listening, go to SiebelsCottage.com and order anything you want and type in Jay Barker for a special discount code. That's Jay Barker for a special discount code available only to our listeners for a limited time on The Jay Barker Show. Siebel's in downtown Homewood or online at SiebelsCottage.com.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out GoFan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit GoFan.co now. That's GoFan.co. Letter C, letter O.
They're going to be on the floor a lot together. I mean, we play a lot of guards. I mean, if your third best defender is going to be on either Quinterly, Shackelford, or JD, I don't know which one they'd put your third best perimeter defender on. That's going to be a major mismatch. So, we're going to have to build our defense to, one of those guys is going to have to guard a 3. JD's got a little bit of size for a guard, 6'3", pretty strong, body put together. Shaq's strong put together. I think we can give them help. If they're, they would have, the other team would have a mismatch with their 3-man on one of those 3. Well, that also means they got a 4 and a 5 in the game, and we can give a lot of help in the lane with the college game that way. So everybody's always – you go back to our days at Buffalo. I started 3-point guards my second to last year. That year we beat Arizona. We started Wes Clark, who was starting point guard in Missouri, C.J. Massenberg, who started the point guard for Brooklyn Nets G League team, Devontae Jordan. They were all 3-point guards. Shaq's a scoring guard, can play some point, but you can – play 3-point guards. We went into Arizona's biggest team in the country, I think. They had DeAndre Ayton and Andre Ristic, and we started a 6'7" 2-guard at the 4 and 3-point guards. You can win in college playing multiple. I think we can play those 3 and Keon Ellis at the same time. We did it against Georgia Tech. And so then the question is, the other benches, do we need to sub to match up with us, or do we need to try to go at the mismatch? Well, I think going at the mismatch in the post, points per possessions are usually lower than what we're going to get on the other end. So we're going to have no problem playing the best guys on the floor. You'd like to be able to have a little bit more size at times, but I think we're fine playing a lot of guards together at the same time.
Hi, welcome back in. And again, Coach Oates kind of previewing his basketball getting underway for the Crimson Tide and kind of their season and what they've got ready in store for them. But a lot happening all over campus. We were talking the other day, I think it was, all the different teams have been ranked preseason for Alabama, their athletic program, from gymnastics, you think about basketball, football, but even what baseball's doing and other sports. Man, it's been an unbelievable run for Greg Bryne as the athletic director, and really the programs that they have built over the last so many years. But a lot of good stuff. We're live at Bridgeways is what it's all about. We're at the golf tournament 2021 Kathleen P. Bruin Memorial Leadership Open. Presenting sponsor Blue Cross Blue Shield, and official sponsor is Alltech. So a lot of great stuff going on out here. We had a lot of fun this morning playing a lot of golf.
Yes. So much fun playing golf, always. But Matt, I wanted to ask you about Greg Bryne. Greg has been very gracious with his time with Jay and I and Antonio coming on and you coming on the show. He's been gracious with me personally, talking to my classes. And, I have a bit of a background with Greg in that his dad, Bill Bryne, was the athletic director at Nebraska when Nebraska won 3 out of 4 national championships back in the late 90s. And so, Greg has sort of been in the athletic director business his whole life. And now if you talk to different writers and different people in athletics all around the country, if you ask them to name the top 3 athletic directors in the nation, Greg Bryne inevitably will come up. So you've been in sports for so long, Matt. What do you think makes a good athletic director, and what distinguishes Greg Bryne?
Makes a great athletic director is being able to administer. And in that role, you are in a situation where you're directly hiring coaches for whether they're Olympic or non-Olympic or football or basketball, all sports. And I think what really makes a great AD is some of the lesser publicized hires. However, Oates was a great hire. We're seeing that right now. And I also think as an athletic director now, as opposed to even back in, you're talking about the days at Nebraska, and I love how you always managed to get the Big Red into the conversation. But that was back in Tommy Frazier's days. Man, Nebraska was unbelievable. But in this day and age, you've got to also add a couple of other things to your repertoire, and that's like social media. He does social media. I get emails, I know y'all do too, all the time from the director. He is constantly passing along information, and no, it's not just about how Alabama whipped Mississippi State 49-9. It's about all the other aspects of his athletic department. And I think that probably more than anything differentiates him from other athletic directors, but other athletic directors are following in suit, as they should. But you know what? Maybe he's just such a dang nice guy. You like to be around him. He likes to be around other people. And so those are just a couple of my thoughts on Greg Bryne. But he was an incredible hire.
And Matt, can explain to me and listeners who may not be as have as intimate of knowledge of Alabama football as yourself. Why was it such a big deal that he brought back Dixieland Delight? And also he just he gets it. Like you said, he is very responsive to fans over social media. He answers questions directly, and he listens, and then he enacts changes. But I want to go back just to Dixieland Delight. Why was that so significant to Alabama fans?
Quite honestly, that was not, believe it or not, the song hadn't even been cut. So I don't remember it being played in the student section when I was there. There were others, and there were other chants that were probably even rowdier. But I think it brings you closer to your fan base. And in that particular case, Lars and Jay, it brought him closer to his student body. When you're a member of a student body, you're not used to getting attention from the guy at the very top. And he showed them some love, and they showed it right back. And it's all pretty cool. But I think it's a pretty good point, Lars, to bring that, maybe not the most defining moment of his career, but it certainly is for the students and the student body of the University of Alabama.
That's a great point, and a great point about bringing the students back. I mean, thinking in that point of it is that when he did it, the students went crazy. They loved the fact, and he brought Terry in too, to like kind of Terry Saban to sit with some of the older guys on the team, as well as some of the student body, and said, how can we do this? And they did put the big Auburn voice that goes over the intercom during that particular part of the song. But he's been so good to not only reach out to the students. I'll never forget one night. This has been a couple years back. There was a Twitter thing going on that he was trying to find tickets, and there was a couple that had sent me a direct message. Hey, I'm really trying to find tickets, and hopefully Greg Bryne will, here's our story, whatever else. So I sent it to him, and he responded to me. And Greg and I had not met at this time. This is when I guess it's been longer than that, when he first got there. And he immediately responded. He said, I'm on it. We'll make this happen. And he made it happen. And this family got to go to the game based on just me reaching out to him saying, here's the deal. Here's what's happening. They've been through some hard times. I think they lost their home in a fire. There was just a lot of stuff that they had gone through. I thought this would be a great moment for me to be able to use my ability to get to him if I can. And again, he responded. And that's, I think that makes him very unique to a lot of coaches and ADs that are out there that normally don't even take a look at their social media.
No, and Matt, I think you absolutely hit it on the head. He is just such a nice guy. He's compassionate.
He's smart.
He listens. Yeah, exquisitely smart. And he treats people the right way. And I know we got to go to break, but again, just Matt, just your final take on Greg Bryne.
He's winning. Alabama expects to win. Their student body expects to win. Their coaches expect to win. And I don't have the information right in front of me, but under his tenure, he has raised some of the not so visible athletic teams closer, and if not to the top. There he is. Hey, Greg, come on the show.
All right, small and medium-sized businesses out there, you may be aware, may not be aware that there are additional money that's out there for you besides and outside of the PPP loans. If you had employees, retain them during the COVID-19 pandemic, there's up to $33,000 cash refund per employee, $33,000 cash refund per employee available to you no matter if you had a financial loss or gain for over 23 years. The tax attorneys and CPAs at eTax Breaks have been identifying tax credits and cash refunds available to businesses through more than 3,000 federal and state programs. Now, these are not loans. They don't have to be paid back. The Tax Breaks team has recovered over $2 billion for their clients to date and can serve you as well nationwide. The best part is there's no fees to find out if you're qualified. They only work off what's called success fees. There's no financial risk to you ever. You pay nothing unless they find the credits or refunds for your business. And about 90% of small businesses are eligible. So take a few minutes, reach out to these guys, see if your business qualifies. Go to etaxbreaks.com, etaxbreaks.com, or call 855-659-1231. That's 855-659-1231 for etaxbreaks.com. All right, we'll come back. We're going to have a short segment and right back to the top of the hour for hour number 2. Stay with us live from Legacy Golf Course, the 2021 Kathleen P. Bruin Memorial Leadership Open.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
The flagship station for Alabama Crimson Tide sports, Tide 100.9, and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Has the pandemic affected your business? Even with more and more customers going online in the past 5 years, online business has grown greatly due to the pandemic. Now more than ever, it's important to have a strong online presence so that customers can find your business and products easily. That's where Townsquare comes in to help. Go to mylocalcustomers.com for a free competitive analysis to see how your business stands up to the competition. And if you're one of the first to sign up, you'll get $500 in free advertising on this radio station. That's mylocalcustomers.com. Townsquare software not only can help you find more local customers online, they'll also help you grow your business to a new level with premium website services that get you new leads every day and no contracts to sign. There's no better time to join. Not only that, TownSquare also has a dedicated marketing specialist who will be with you every step of the way, making changes that will benefit you and especially your business. It's fast. And you can cancel your subscription at any time. So hurry to mylocalcustomers.com and get your $500 in free advertising today.
Ask big. Have you seen our artisan-created diamonds? If you've been in a room with one, you can't miss it.
Tom Osmond from Fincher and Osmond.
It's a diamond like I've never seen.
He's seen a lot of diamonds.
Ask big.
At Fincher and Osmond, you can put artisan-created diamonds side by side with mined diamonds. When you see it,
More importantly, when she sees it,
FincherandOsmond.com.
McFarland Boulevard between Edgar's and Local Roots.
Exam 4 needs to be sanitized. Bersana's MRI clinic isn't operating at max efficiency. She needs a new certified tech certifiably now.
For an ACL scan. Can you handle that?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon. Cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code BOOST for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST.
You're always up for some fun with the family, so you order the essentials. A new board game, some baking supplies, and even a new projector for outdoor movie night. And with the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can choose to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Rewards which you can put toward an extra treat that everyone will enjoy, like an old-fashioned popcorn machine. Visit bankofamerica.com/more rewarding and apply now. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
The sky partially sunny this afternoon. The high today 79. Clouds move in tonight. A chance of showers after midnight. The low 61. Tomorrow mostly cloudy. A good chance of showers. Maybe a thunderstorm in spots. The high tomorrow at 76. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 76 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Hi, welcome back in. And again, we're live from Legacy Golf Course at Greystone. We're out at Founders yesterday for Gary Burley and his great foundation, Pro Start Academy, and all that they're doing in the community. Today, we're out with Bridgeways and with the 2021 Kathleen P. Bruin Memorial Leadership Open, sponsored and presenting sponsor is Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alabama and also Autech, one of the official partners as well. So great to be out here. Beautiful. God, the last 2 days have just been unbelievable. And Antonio was out with me yesterday, and then Lars out today with us, and Matt Coulter back at AVX holding down the fort for us. So always thankful for that. And also Josh Smith, our producer down in Tuscaloosa, always doing a great job when it comes to helping us out with situations like this. Trey with us from BamaInsider.com as well. Like and subscribe. All right, hour number 2 is coming up next. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. Achieving your personal best often comes down to how you feel. And when it comes to the right shoes, nothing feels better than New Balance. The fit specialists at the New Balance Birmingham store conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot size, shape, and gait, determining the best New Balance shoes for you. Experience the difference of custom fit today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham, your feet will thank you.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
I'm excited to tell you about our newest sponsor here on the Jay Barker Radio Network. They pioneered the chicken finger box and the chicken finger restaurants. That's Guthrie's. Guthrie's recipes and process are often imitated, but never duplicated. Look, their sauce is probably the most copied sauce of all sauces all time. And I've known this family since my days down in Tuscaloosa, and they came over, and man, I tell you, it's nostalgic even today to see my kids going to that same Guthrie's. And great family, do so much for the community, but more importantly, provide the best when it comes to chicken fingers. Get out to Guthrie's today. I want to tell you about my good friends at Southern Assurance Group. Hi, it's Jay Barker, and look, Ken Needham has done a terrific job. Local company, 205-980-1505 is their number. That's 980-1505. Again, local, you can speak with the same team every time you give them a call. Full line of products from auto, home, boat, life. You'll trust them. They have a great deal as far as the relationships they build with their customers, and 20 years with the same company and industry. Custom approach for your insurance needs. Give them a call, 980-1505. That is Southern Assurance Group. Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at BHAMBroker.com. That's BHAMBroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's BHAMBroker.com. Sell your car through BHAMBroker.com or 205-716-1269. Whether it's for lunch or dinner, head out to the Cajun Steamer. It's a New Orleans style joint that serves authentic Cajun and Creole food, cold beer, and great drinks. They are known for their wide array of Cajun classics and original creations prepared in an authentic fashion. This Louisiana kitchen can have you slapping the table for more. Stop by the Cajun Steamer and sign up for your Alabama, LSU, or Auburn fan card. Eat with the Cajun Steamer while your team is on TV and use your fan card to receive a 15% discount on your entire meal. With locations in Hoover, Trustful, Huntsville, and Franklin, Tennessee, they've got you covered. Head out today to the Cajun Steamer.
When you go to turn on the lights, you expect them to work. Our team at Alabama Power does too. But sometimes extreme weather and events test our system. Knowing we're out there making repairs helps, but answers are what you deserve. So we're rolling out new tools to keep you informed, especially during storms. Visit Alabama Power's new outage map to see outages in your area and get updates on repair times. And sign up to get personalized outage alerts on your phone or computer for free. Learn more at alabamapower.com/alerts.
Following this summer's Tokyo Olympic Games, the eyes of the world will turn to Birmingham, Alabama, and the World Games 2022. Next July, the world will come together for the South's largest international sporting event since the 96th Centennial Olympic Games. 3,600 athletes will compete for gold in 34 sports, including lacrosse, softball, gymnastics, flag football, and more. Tickets are on sale now. Buy yours at twg2022.com.
WTUG HD2 Northport and W265CG Tuscaloosa. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Touchdown. That championship trophy is headed back to Tuscaloosa. Now 15 dominating with this defense. Richardson breaks free on the sideline. End zone. Oh, love that. You saw the Gatorade shower this time. I love it. Coulter's wide open. Tide rolling again. Alabama again, the champions of college football. The loser kicker and will not be caught. Touchdown, Greg. Alabama back on top. Fires an end zone. Touchdown. Alabama wins. The Crimson Tide will not be denied. Devontae Smith cannot be stopped. Saban with his 7th national championship. National championship number 18. 13 in all. Absolute perfection.
Jay Barker led the Crimson Tide to a national championship in 1992. winner of the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award, and a finalist in New York for the Heisman Trophy. Voted the SEC Player of the Year. Drafted by the Green Bay Packers, seeing time with the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. The winningest quarterback in Alabama history with the record of 35-2-1. Member of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. Jay Barker brings that same championship quality and football expertise to his own radio network and show. Joining him is University of Alabama professor Lars Anderson, who is also a New York Times best-selling author and a 20-year veteran of Sports Illustrated. Live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham, The Jay Barker Show.
All right, man. Just say what you've been saying, man. Why do you hate Tennessee?
Man, I hate Tennessee because first of all, it's Tennessee, and I just hate them because they low down, they dirty, they some snitches, and I hate Philip. I hate their colors. I'm not a dog person. I just hate Tennessee, man. Like, and I hate Neyland Stadium. It looks like a garbage truck worker convention, and I hate all their quarterbacks. I hate Tennessee, man.
Describe what you feel about the colors too. I thought that was interesting.
It reminds me, and it's not that orange that you can stand. See, I hate Tennessee more than I hate Auburn. I just dislike Auburn. I hate Tennessee. See, Tennessee's colors is that throw up orange. It's not that orange that you can sit with. It's that puke inside of a pumpkin orange. And I don't like pumpkins. So I really don't like Tennessee, man. I can't stress that enough, man. And they losers, they sore losers because they're not Alabama, and I hate Tennessee, man.
That was beautiful, man. Probably the best interview I've done all year. Thank you, man.
I can't stress that enough. I hate them.
I wonder if the guy hates Tennessee. You think so?
Yeah, didn't leave much to the imagination there.
Not at all.
But Antonio, explain to our listeners, why is the rivalry between Alabama and Tennessee so intense?
Because Antonio said we own them.
That's right, because I said we own them. When you say you own somebody, you make any rivalry intense. If you just walk up to a man and tell him, "I own you," that fight gonna be really intense because he had to prove something. But I mean, it's been an ongoing rivalry for as long as we can remember. Before we came into this thing of Alabama and Tennessee in the third Saturday in October, TV made it big. We made it big. The game made it big. So it's that third Saturday in October. I just hate, as of right now, that the game has really lost a lot of its luster. It really has. You don't hear a lot of TV hype. Back when we were in school and before we came to Bama, it was hype behind the third Saturday in October. But then again, Tennessee had a lot better football program.
Well, Jay, where do you think it comes from? The intensity of the rivalry.
Well, now I don't think it is. I mean, I think it was. And honestly, I was surprised in Alabama watching the coaches throughout the week that have been a part of Coach Bryne's staff, and how I think it was so driven home to them that this was the biggest rivalry, and that it was bigger. What happened on Tennessee week with our coaches, what happened in the locker room, and what happened, with them playing the music, was so much bigger than the Auburn game. That game was, the things that we went through and they talked about and reminded us of that great tradition. And these two teams, Tennessee, Alabama, built the SEC in the 50s, 60s, and 70s with General Neyland and with Coach Bryne. And Coach Bryne, I don't think, had a lot of success against General Neyland. Actually, it was kind of the opposite. We went on our streak of 8 or 9 straight without no loss because of the tie. They're now on a streak of 14, which is unbelievable. What they've been able to do since Coach Saban has been there. I mean, you're talking about only one loss really in his 15 seasons. So pretty amazing the job that Coach Saban has done. And maybe that's no losses, actually, 14-0. So I think the biggest thing with this week and what I missed the most, and Antonio, you can hit on this as well a little bit, and then I want to get to Matt on this too, because he remembers. I mean, the Tennessee week, when it was at home, we knew where we were going. We were headed to Birmingham, Legion Field. Keith Jackson was going to be there. He was going to be calling that game, and it was going to be one of legendary proportions. You know, he always had all these different slogans and things that he would say. But that, to me, made the game even bigger when it was going to Birmingham, because at that time our stadium was probably maybe 70-something thousand, where Birmingham was 83.
And everybody looked forward to going to Birmingham to Legion Field. It was something about playing games at Legion Field back then that really excited you. The Iron Bowl, you knew it was going to be played at Legion Field. The third Saturday in October against Tennessee was going to be played at Legion Field. And like you said, Jay, Keith Jackson knew how to hype up a football game. He would used to say stuff like, "This game will be heard from Birmingham, Alabama, all the way to East Boga."
East Boga, that's it, yeah.
And half the world he was talking to had no clue what Easter Boga was, unless you was from Alabama. Had no clue what Easter Boga was, but it was just the way Easter Boga sounded. What he said, he'd be like, "All the way from Birmingham, Alabama to Easter Boga," and everybody would just get all excited. And even like it was just something about the way Keith Jackson called a game. He would be like, they said that there was threat of tornadoes here in Birmingham, but the only tornado we've seen is Bo Jackson. You say stuff like that. It's something about the way a game is hyped, a rivalry game is hyped up, and the hype is not there anymore. And I mean, you know how everybody wants to take their games from home and home venue now, and so some of your rivalries have a lot of luster when they are played at a venue like when it was played at Legion Field, but. I'd be glad when Tennessee gets his program back to where the third Saturday in October gets its hype again and gets that luster and that it used to have. That is not there anymore, Lars.
You say get your sawmill biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
You ready? I mean, he had all these great Southern terms that really connected to the fan base. But Matt, kind of your recollection of that as far as Keith Jackson or some of the great commentators who came to Alabama and to Legion Field, and just what that moment was like when the fans got in there and 83,000 strong in order to watch this Alabama-Tennessee matchup.
East Boga is actually the property in which Bill France Sr. built the Talladega Superspeedway. How's that? I remember seeing Keith Jackson in the press box at Legion Field when I was a Cub reporter and being downright dumbstruck, starstruck. A note, and Jay, you touched on it, why Alabama and Tennessee is such a heated rivalry. And you mentioned about Bryant playing Neyland. Now, this was Kentucky and Maryland days, not when he arrived in Tuscaloosa, but Neyland was 5-0-2 against Paul William Bryant. So when he came to the University of Alabama, that was top of the chart, number one, big cheese, and he made it that rivalry because he didn't like what happened. He had a lot of respect for Neyland. Neyland coached a team in Tennessee that never had a point scored on him the entire season. He was a hell of a football coach. But that certainly, I think, fueled the rivalry. And then through the 60s, 70s, and 80s, in the early part of the 90s, well, all the 90s, it was a great rivalry that the nation, not just the South, looked forward to. But now, not so much, guys.
Yeah, and with Heupel now coming in as a new head coach, and look, he's an Oklahoma quarterback. I mean, does he really understand this rivalry, what it means? I mean, I think sometimes you come into a situation. I mean, Nick Saban probably didn't understand it or didn't understand Auburn, Alabama. He understood Michigan State. So you try to draw those parallels. It'll be Oklahoma, Texas, the Red River rivalry. What's that like? And how do I look at this? How do I approach my team? What's the mentality? How do I create structure, process throughout the week to not get too overly hyped or too emotional about it? But you look at this team, the offense, I mean, they tend a lot of spread offense, passing concepts that were and have been very popular with the Big 12 for many, many years, but also features a kind of a prominent zone read type look on offense as well. You're going to get that as far as their rushing attack, kind of similar to what Florida does at Dan Mullen. And when they did it with Tim Tebow and Prescott, offenses when Prescott was at Mississippi State. So the Vols right now, if you look at them as far as just rushing, or averaging, what they're averaging rushing, 248 yards rushing yards per game and 224 passing yards per game. So Heupel's got them very balanced on that offensive side of the football.
It seems like Josh Heupel has Tennessee moving in the right direction. And we wouldn't have thought that given the offseason, all of the defections that they had and the transfer portal. But Tennessee's played, I think they've overachieved this year, even though they lost last weekend to Ole Miss. But, now you look at Alabama's schedule, the remaining schedule. They're at home the rest of the season, except for Auburn, right? You got Tennessee. It's going to be a 6 o'clock kickoff.
4 straight home games.
Yeah, you got Tennessee 6 p.m. Kickoff. It's going to be on ESPN. Then an off week, and then LSU at home on November 6th. And then New Mexico State on the 13th, and then Arkansas at home on the 20th, and then at Auburn for the Iron Bowl. What team on the schedule you think frightens Alabama at this point? Georgia, I guess, in the SEC championship game.
Definitely, but I think from a coach and a player's perspective, and maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I think with the way we took it was always that the most dangerous was the next. That if you didn't take care of business, that you didn't do the things you need to do in practice, in meetings, that you could slip up and a team beat you because you haven't gotten better week in and week out. We've talked about this before. Is that when you're playing a Mercer, the Mercer week is not about great preparation to get ready to beat a team that you should beat and you're going to be bad. It's preparation to stay in the process of getting better each week so that when the next week comes, you've gotten better. You're not staying the same. If you stay the same or go backwards, then you're not doing what you should be doing as a team. And so that's always the fear of a coach, is that I don't want this to be an off week. I don't want this to be a time where everybody relaxes. I want to keep the focus high. I want to make sure we're using this and valuing this game the way it needs to be valued. That way we don't lose any ground and how the team is getting better. So, yeah, I mean,
well, I'm just saying, realistically, none of these teams should scare Alabama. Maybe Auburn, because you never know, especially when you go to Jordan Hare.
Yes.
And you know that better. Both you and Antonio know that better than any two people on the planet. They are.
They're getting better.
They are getting better. They played their best game of the year last week.
No, most definitely. And Georgia is going to be a handful. I mean, they're very, very talented on defense. And, everybody makes fun of Stetson Bennett, for his size. The kid can play.
It's like me playing quarterback, Jay.
Your height, not your abilities. Besides, he can't write a book either, though. So,
I don't know. Yeah, he actually's got a good arm. He's got a good arm.
He might be able to write a book.
He's the fourth. Yes,
that's what I said.
That's right.
He might be able to write a book. All right, let's take a quick break. Before we do, I want to remind you about a lot of our great sponsors. One of those, Rock and Roll Sushi. They do a great job at Rock and Roll Sushi to give you an amplified dining experience with this the rolls you love. That headphone got a little close. The rolls you love, and also the music you love, rock and roll, and the people that you love. You get to experience that amplified dining experience at the biggest hit in the restaurant business. That is Rock and Roll Sushi. New location down on 5th Avenue South and Richard Arrington Boulevard in Birmingham, Alabama, plus tons of locations all throughout the Southeast. They started in a modest location down in Mobile, 1,000 square feet, now almost 50, a little bit over 50, I think, now locations that they've got with Rock and Roll Sushi. So get out, check it out for yourself, whether it's lunch, whether it's dinner, you're going to absolutely love it. It's the biggest hit in the restaurant business. That is Rock and Roll Sushi. I also want to remind you, we're presented by Top Golf of Birmingham. Go see Mark Grenier and all the great folks at Top Golf, and also driven by Sunny King Ford on the sunny side of the street. Tony Russell and all the great folks there at Sunny King Ford. All right, stay with us. We'll continue. Matt Coulter live from AVX. We're out at the Legacy Course at Greystone for the 2021 Kathleen P. Bruin Memorial Leadership Open benefiting Bridgeways. We'll be back.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
The flagship station for Alabama Crimson Tide sports. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Football season's here. Time to cheer on the home team. Another team you can get behind is BMW of Tuscaloosa, your hometown BMW dealership. Our roster of players is here to ensure you draft the right car. Our starting lineup of new 2021 BMW vehicles is stacked with all-stars, including 7 sports activity vehicles, each crafted to balance dynamic power, spacious interior, and impeccable design in ways only BMW can. Visit BMWofTuscaloosa.com or stop by to get to know your hometown BMW team.
Hello, this is Tamara Kroom, Deputy Director
Director of the Tuscaloosa County Emergency Management Agency. If the pandemic has caused you to fall behind on your rent or utilities, the county's Emergency Rental Assistance Program is here to help. This program can assist qualified landlords and renters with delinquent payments. To apply, go to TUSCCO.com/ERAP or call 1-888-472-0027. Again, call 1-888-472-0027.
Okay, my shipments have to get to customers on time and looking good.
It's possible with Staples Connect. Staples Connect has small business shipping covered with premium shipping supplies and UPS shipping services. And now, buy two, get one free on select shipping supplies like bubble roll and premium shipping boxes. Plus, get 20% off UPS Express shipping services. Explore what's new at your local Staples store or staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Ends 10/30. Visit staplesconnect.com/shipping for details.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish
is pretty bad.
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind. Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿De dónde eres?
¿De dónde eres?
No matter your learning style or experience level, Babbel has lessons designed for you that will get you speaking quickly and confidently.
I tried learning Spanish before, but I couldn't stick with it until I found Babbel.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said, now we speak Spanish.
I can't wait to use our new language skills on our upcoming adventures.
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshares. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, well, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder and CEO of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And the process started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. The only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. Sounds crazy, right? Well, the crazy thing is this never ends. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. I guarantee if we can't cancel your timeshare, you'll pay nothing.
Were you lied to when buying a timeshare and want out? Get the facts about timeshare cancellation. Call Wesley now for your free information kit. 800-838-6767. 800-838-6767. 800-838-6767.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
The sky partially sunny this afternoon. The high today 79. Clouds move in tonight. A chance of showers after midnight. The low 61. Tomorrow mostly cloudy. A good chance of showers. Maybe a thunderstorm in spots. The high tomorrow at 76. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 79 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
One day at a time, preparing, and like I told our team this morning in our team meeting, good's the enemy of great, and I feel like that's where we are right now. We do good things, and we get satisfied with them, and we don't do great things. We don't close that game out and win in a 2-3 possession game like I feel like we should have in the second half. We get complacent. Yeah, LSU always has great players. They put it together in the run game last week. I mean, I saw the back running people over, looking like Leonard Fournette. So that's a challenge.
Hi, welcome back in. We're live from Legacy Golf Course. Again, we're out for the 2021 Kathleen P. Bruin Memorial Leadership Open. And their presenting sponsor, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alabama, and also official partner, Alltech. And it's all for Bridgeways, where young people learn to care, connect, and contribute. So a great cause. And Patty Bromberg, we appreciate her having us out today. Let's play some golf and then doing the show now from noon to 2. Again, BamaInsider.com If you're watching us there, which you can each and every day, which will be up for you, subscribe and like the channel, as well as all the other great program you're going to have throughout the week with Mick Gillespie, Andrew Bone, Kyle Henderson, and many more. And also we appreciate Trey coming out with us today to spend time helping us set up and be on live. Bama Insider and Josh Smith, who's back controlling kind of all the setups and the pictures and the things that you see from AVX, as well as the audio content on our terrestrial radio network all throughout the state of Alabama and on the Gulf Coast. But yesterday was a release of a Season in the Sun, and really, I know Lars was excited about the fact that the book was finally out, as he was doing 2 books, one on Dabo and one on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But some good news today, already up to the #1 selling sports book on Amazon.com, as well as Tom Brady tweeting out and Instagramming as well some content about the book, A Season in the Sun. So congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. I try to be savvy on social media, but Trey just informed me that Tom Brady has 10.3 million followers on Instagram, and Tom put it out there on Instagram. And
you should convert 10% of that.
As I mentioned in the first hour, obviously I talked to Tom. We have a relationship, and I sent him a text and asked him, could you just put on your social something about the book release? And he did. And you can't buy publicity like Tom Brady endorsing the book, again, to his 10.3 million followers. And at some point, Trey's going to tell me exactly how many views it's gotten. But
so you said he pretty much texted you right back, right?
He did. Ask
him about the show. Then I've told you that.
I know. And the thing is, he texted me right. So I asked him. I said, can you do this? And he's like, sure thing. And he texted me back within 3 minutes.
That's awesome.
And my friend Sarah said it would be really funny, if he tweeted out a photo of him on the couch with the reading glasses on, reading the book. But this is it. Just his little Instagram post was great, and very thankful. And just about Tom in general. He is the most disciplined person I've ever come across, whether it be in business, politics, academia, or athletics. Just the way he handles himself. Again, the discipline of going to bed every night, the discipline in his diet, the discipline in studying the playbook. And even though his offensive coordinator, Byron Leftwich, is younger than him, the first thing that Tom said to Byron, hey, coach me, and he just always wants to be learning and always wants to get better.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And just you talk about the process and the things that Coach Saban has brought up about, how you're going to be great and stuff. And, you talk about as far as go back the other way with it. Yeah. Go back that way because you can see your mics right there. Or it hits making the sound. Your headphones.
No, I just said Tom Brady.
Whoa.
I just said Tom Brady has a very good reason to go to bed at night.
What was that? Growth hormone? In order to stimulate that. No, I got you. So when it comes to now I can't even think what I was about to say about Tom. Oh, just his discipline. I mean, it's that same kind of process type deal. And Antonio, you had that up until recently. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I had that kind of discipline, Lars. I'm starting to get it back, though. You seen these guns lately, though, Lars. I'm starting to get it back. Won't be long now.
I saw you on the back nine, man. You were killing it. You were. I'm not kidding. I'm giving you a compliment. I'm actually giving you a compliment.
I was getting ready to say thank you, Lars, very much. It's not often I get a compliment from you. I know you love me. But
you thought there was another line coming.
Yeah, it was. I did. I thought there was another coming now. I appreciate that, Lars. Thank you, man. You hit some really good shots today, too. I'm giving you a compliment, man.
And you know what? This is a sign of true friendship. You walk to your car to get your headphones for me.
Yeah. I told you that. I know people listen to us on the radio, but it makes for good comedy. It's jazz comedy.
Yes. The truth is we are actually very good friends.
I cannot wait till the soccer challenge happens.
We are.
We're still giving Lars a chance to get well. Get
I
past the
am.
books.
Yeah.
He had suffered Achilles tendon
Injury.
5
He
years
suffered,
ago.
he suffered that 10 years ago, and he still needs time. So
I love it. All right, Matt Coulter back at AVX. We were talking earlier about Josh Heupel and just where this Tennessee team is right now as they travel into Tuscaloosa this weekend. It's going to be a big game for the fans, I know, and just all the tradition that surrounds this particular matchup. But just your thoughts on how you kind of see this game going and I guess, pretty much the job that Josh Heupel has done. What kind of grade would you give him right now as a Tennessee head coach?
I'd give him a pretty solid B. I really would. He's known as a guy that can put up some numbers offensively. He's done that. Now, granted, he has not faced a team with caliber defense at the University of Alabama, and I think that will show up. And particularly and it looks like, I don't know what you guys have seen and read this morning, but it doesn't look like Hooker's going to be able to play. And I know the transfer from Michigan is very, very talented, but man, he hadn't gotten the reps. Now he will this week. Alabama will pull away late and probably win this thing handily. I have to go back and ask Antonio. By the way, the last 5 minutes, I've just been sitting here cracking up. You guys are a comedy show out there with going for the headsets and all that kind of stuff. But
yeah,
Langham, did you face Brady?
I actually played with Brady for a year. With my last year in New England, he came in, and he was there when we still had Drew Bledsoe. So I was on the team with Brady for a year, man. Quiet guy, but I mean he was just brought in that kind of like late round draft role, and he was just trying to learn his way and figure things out. Looking at him when he came into New England, I would have never figured that he would be the Tom Brady he is now. But that's that old saying where they say never judge a book by its cover. You know what I mean? And he has done a great job of being Tom Brady and getting himself where he is today, along with the guys that have been around him and between Belichick. And I will say this: Belichick can make you a heck of a player if you just listen to him and you follow the things that the blueprint that he has. And they had a great time together. And Tom Brady has made himself into who he is today, and he deserves every bit of it.
What year was that?
90. No, that was 2000.
2000.
2000. Yes.
So what was he at that time? Was he the starting quarterback then?
No, he just came in.
Oh, just okay.
Yeah, he just came in the draft class, and because Drew was there. Now you're talking about a great guy. Also, Drew Bledsoe.
Oh, great guy,
amazing guy, man.
Yeah.
Bledsoe is Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah, man. but I will say that I was with him for a year, and I've told Lars this before. Drew is the nicest guy. Great family. I mean, he's doing exactly what doing the wine business. I mean, he's laid back. He just never seemed to me like the competitor that Brady was. I mean, when we would compete in practice or run drills, and he could make all the throws, but he just did not have that burning fire. Right. It didn't seem like about him, even though so talented. And I don't, it could have been also that he came in after a true sophomore. Came into the league when I got there. It's like you've been here 3 years, and he's like maybe 9 months older than me, and it was weird. But great guy and a ton of talent, can make all the throws.
Do you remember how Tom Brady got his real start in New England? And that was when Mo Lewis, linebacker for the New York Jets, hit Bledsoe as he was running out of bounds.
Yep. Was
that a clean play? Do you remember, Antonio? It wasn't a clean play. Yeah, okay. You're saying it's not a clean play, but so I think it was bruised ribs or sternum, yeah. And so all of a sudden you got a 6th round draft pick trotting onto the field. And I just wonder what if Mo Lewis eases up on that play and Drew Bledsoe because he had just signed the biggest contract, I think, in NFL history, like over $100 million. So he was going to be their guy. But what if Mo Lewis never hits Bledsoe like that? Does Tom Brady ever become Tom Brady?
May not. I mean, may not get that opportunity, may not get that chance.
And who's to say that New England becomes the dynasty that they are
exactly
if that play doesn't happen? So there's a lot of ifs there, but everything works out the way it works out. And if that play happened, to young kids out there, that's the perfect example of taking advantage of your opportunity, being ready to go, being prepared, and taking advantage of your opportunity when your opportunity comes.
So Drew was so laid back, and like you didn't realize the contracts that he was getting, the money. You remember he was. I mean, he was just such a great guy. I remember one time at practice they came and they got him. He had left his Porsche to get detailed, and I guess the detail place called and said, "Look, we found I think it was $150,000 check in his glove compartment," and said, "We want to make sure that we know that this is here and we've got it. We're going to put it in our safe." All that kind of stuff. We don't want anybody thinking that anything's been taken. Then during the summer workout the next year, I get a $450 check for workouts that week. He gets his second extension of his signing bonus for just being there, and it was $4,454. And I was like, "There's a lot of difference in you and me, especially these checks." But he was so gracious that he would give me all of his gift cards all throughout Boston. I mean, it was like tens of thousands of steakhouses, places to go shop, and all that. I mean, I feel like I was in high cotton. As far as just knowing that he was giving me, to be honest, I bought a lot of Christmas gifts that year with that money from the gift cards because it was a rookie year, not making that much money at all, like that the money that he was making.
Jay, we've been doing the show together now over 3 years, right?
Mm-hmm. Right at 3 years.
It's the first time you've ever used the phrase "high cotton."
High cotton.
I love that phrase as a writer. But what exactly does that mean? Does it mean like cotton is
bountiful?
Yeah, full bloom.
Cotton is in full bloom, and you're walking in it, and it's time.
You're in high
when
cotton.
It's time for that cotton to be brought in, baby, for the harvest to come in. Everybody says, "Oh, you walking in high cotton now." That's what cotton is in full bloom, baby.
No doubt. Hey,
okay. I thought it meant something else, but.
Fully Promoted is a great sponsor of the show, and maybe you struggle finding new ideas for branding and marketing your business. Is your organization trying to find unique items that people really like to receive and use? If so, in today's competitive business environment, Fully Promoted can help you with your brand's needs to stand out, to get noticed. Fully Promoted offers extensive branding and marketing solutions to get your name in front of your potential customers. They've got local experts that specialize in putting your logo on apparel, team gear, caps, promotional products, trade show items, printer materials, and much more. So give them a call. They Fully Promoted today at 205-406-6430. Mitch, you heard this ad on the Jay Barker Show for a special offer, 205-406-6430. Are you fully promoted? All right, we'll continue live from Legacy Golf Course. Again, we're out for the 2021 Kathleen P. Brewer Memorial Leadership Open, benefiting Bridgeways, and much more. Stay with us.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
Hi, it's Jay Barker for AVX, Audio Video Excellence. They are the premier provider for custom audio-visual design and installation in the Southeast. AVX seeks excellence in everything it does, including a superior employee experience. AVX offers employees an industry-leading salary, insurance benefits, and 401k options. AVX technicians also receive the highest level of certification and continue training, making it one of the most awarded and decorated companies in the industry. Career opportunities are available now for technicians in Birmingham and Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Join the AVX team by contacting them at avxinc.com.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. If you're average and you're looking for a new pair of running or walking shoes, I suggest you go to an average shoe store where they'll sell you a pair of average shoes built for the average person with average size feet. But here's the thing, you're not average. No one is. We all exercise differently. We run differently. We walk differently. And our feet come in all sorts of widths and lengths. That's why at the New Balance Birmingham store, we employ fit specialists who will conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot's size and shape along with your gait, and then determine the best New Balance shoes custom fit to you. Because New Balance isn't your average shoe, and you're not average either. Experience the difference an unaveraged custom fit makes today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham, your feet will thank you.
Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Hi, it's Jay Barker for Siebel's in downtown Homewood, and now's the time to get your special place ready. Come in and let Siebel's design your porch with Kingsley Bait outdoor furniture and one of their custom swinging beds. For the great room, you're going to need their Carson swivel recliner. Siebel's is the #1 Carson recliner dealer in the country, and Sarah and I, we've got one, and we absolutely love it. Be sure also to check out their famous custom-made beds and bunk beds built by Siebel's and made up with some of their best linens in town. Their staff can truly put your bed together like no other store. You can also follow Siebel's and shop on Instagram and Facebook. And be sure to call or go by their special store in downtown Homewood. The number is 800-448-1962. That's 800-448-1962. And just for listening, go to Siebel'sCottage.com and order anything you want and type in Jay Barker for a special discount code. That's Jay Barker for a special discount code available only to our listeners for a limited time on the Jay Barker Show. Siebel's in downtown Homewood or online at Siebel'sCottage.com.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out GoFan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit GoFan.co now. That's GoFan.O.
Coach does emphasize making turnovers in games a lot. That's something we work on really every day in practice since camp started. We try to work on that throughout practice and try to implement it in the game. It's a lot tougher in situations, but like I said, it's something we definitely need to work on because it definitely has an impact on the game. Just how bought in the fans are to it. It really makes it even more exciting for us to go out there and play the game. I know those games on Saturdays, especially versus Tennessee, well, like I said, or like you were really saying with a big rivalry, it really doesn't matter what you did before, the week before, or what they did. There's a whole different type of energy on this night, so we got to be prepared for it. They're very versatile. Their quarterbacks have, the ability to be able to sit in the pocket and throw and make a couple good QB runs as well. They can get out the pocket and extend plays. They got a lot of guys on the perimeter, they're pretty fast at, as far as being in the backfield with perimeter runs or doing sweeps with certain players or throwing screens and stuff. They're very explosive and they put up a good amount of points all year. So they're definitely going to present a good challenge for us. Will's a great leader for our team. And he really came in, since his freshman year and just went straight to work. And that's really where everybody earned, he earned so much respect from everybody on our team. So, whenever he speaks, it does have value, and everybody will listen. Definitely a lot more fun for me. Try something different. It's not something I've usually done before, especially, being in high school. High school, I never rushed off the edge or was up on the line before. So, getting to fit in new spots and try to be more versatile and help the team in any way I can is definitely been good for me. He's very vocal. He's also one of the leaders on our team. It's a guy you trust that knows his assignment. And when he makes a call, we make sure all 11 guys are on that same call. So he does a really great job with that. One thing we noticed from the A&M week was just we need to prepare better. Trying to bounce back and not be a team that lacked preparation and had the same outcome, had to be motivated for that game. You had to be motivated by a loss in order to bounce back like that. That's something we want to do each week, not just that week versus Mississippi State. And that's something we're trying to stand on.
All right, welcome back in, and again live from Legacy Golf Course and here at Greystone, part of the 2021 Kathleen P. Bruin Memorial Leadership Open. We were here last year, same spot, same place, even though now We're on Bama Insider as well. Go to Bama Insider to their YouTube channel. You can just go in, search Alabama football or Bama Insider. You're going to find us. And all of our shows each day, they'll be archived as well as some of the best ofs. And great to be out here helping support Bridgeways, where young people learn to care, connect, and contribute. Patty Bromberg with us as well. This is kind of cool in my mind, because I always kind of look at, I'm big about like numbers, all that kind of stuff. On our table right now, sitting here, and I'm just going to give this to you. I don't know if Patty, we can give these away or not, but and for your book, look, number 12 is what's our actual flag.
There we go.
So I'm going to give this to you as a gift and say congratulations.
It's serendipitous.
But that is kind of cool. The 12, I just looked up and go, wow, we got number 12 right here at our table.
Now
number 12 book with number 2. You're going to put it back on there? Yeah. All right. It's good decoration.
So, all right. So yesterday I was talking to a national media member, and they were really analyzing Alabama's defense. And in that analysis, they talked to different opposing head coaches, or offensive coordinators. And the consensus was, and this is just a theory, that the real weakness of the Alabama defense is the linebacking core. And the fact that just being out of position and just not being really good in coverage, and that is where they are getting exploited. Matt Coulter, I'll go first, and I know I didn't give you any setup for this, so you're just going to have to react on the fly. But just what is your reaction to that one train of thought?
Well, go back to what Antonio told us in this very studio a week ago after the A&M game, that Alabama's memorizing and not learning plays on defense as far as their position is concerned. A lot of that was corrected when they went to Starkville. It was a drastically different looking team as far as Alabama's defense is concerned. But they're going to be put to a test. Tennessee can run the numbers up too. But I don't know if it was your national media friend's point to say that Alabama was still that way or is correcting it as they go.
I would say still that way, and that's where Alabama is going. That's where opposing offensive coordinators are going to try to exploit the Alabama defense moving forward. Jay, your thoughts?
I guess look, Christian Harris is played really well. The linebacking crew. I want to say a lot of times it's like if a running back can't run or if a quarterback struggling in protection, a lot of it's because of what's up front in the trenches, right? And those guys create opportunities for the defensive backs to not have to cover as long, to get pressure on the quarterback, to stop the running game. Same way for the linebackers. In order for a linebacker to be able to run and be at their best, they've got to have some protection. They've got to have a guy that's getting double teams. They got to have the ability to get to their gaps, the ability to do things. And I really think Henry To'o is some of his stuff is that he's a brilliant guy. He understands the defense. He's overrunning at times because I think his eyes are telling him things.
I think that's a huge thing.
Yeah,
overrunning.
His eyes are telling him things quick, and he's making quick decisions, and he's getting there faster. And then all of a sudden, the play runs back behind him, and he's got to be a little more patient in that. He'll learn that and the chemistry with the guys up front. So I think that's one of the things. But the thing with Henry To'o is that if you're going up against a very good run style offense that's going to be heavy and with a tight end, or they're going to use a fullback or H-back, maybe he's not the guy. But when you're going against Ole Miss or you're going against spread offense, or the guys that you've really created the defense around is to beat Ohio State, Oklahoma, the people that are going to put you out there and spread you out, put you in space, he's perfect for that. So you just got to understand where his role is and why he's there, why he's playing, and that some games are going to be a little bit tougher for him when it's more the physical come at you straight up, and the type of run game. Then it's going to be the teams that are actually going to be in the playoffs, the spread teams that put up a lot of numbers, and that's where a guy like him comes into being very valuable. And he's a very valuable guy in the locker room. Lars, I told you about how much the guys love Henry To'o, and then just he's so humble, and he didn't walk in as this guy saying, "Look, I was the best in Tennessee." He walked in and said, "I want to earn my spot," and so they believe in him, and the players believe in him, the coach believe in him, and I think his fans have seen there have been some really bright moments for him in his first year in the crimson jersey.
not that I want to put the cart before the horse here, but look, I don't think it's too early to start looking toward the SEC championship game and going against Georgia. And what does Georgia do? They're 50-50 run pass, right? And really their bread and butter is on offense. It's running the ball. Unless JT Daniels gets better. And that's a weird injury.
And I don't know even if he gets better. I think that's Kirby's mentality. Kirby was there at Alabama when they won championships by playing from the pocket, by running the football, play action pass down the field. They want to own the line of scrimmage. They want to be able to own the trenches. So I think that's just what he's learned.
Okay, but my question is, do you think
that's not going to be good for Henry To'o? I mean, unless
he improves, right?
Well, unless that, or they do some different things up front, or they get better as far as keeping guys off of him where he can run and be athletic. Right now, I would say, you're right, that maybe they need to look at some, whether it's going to a 4-man line instead of a 3-man, move linebackers around, get some bigger linebackers in the middle to be able to stop that run. That's schematically things they'll have to look at based on how Georgia continues with their tendency to do the things they've done this year to be successful. And again, Kirby, I think any coach that loves the defense side of the football or loves that type of football wants to be able to look at the end of the game and go, we dominated them. And we dominated physically more than anything else. But we got to get to break.
Yeah, I know. One quick question. How much time do you think there are any analysts at Alabama that are already studying Georgia?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's definitely. Oh, they're looking at them. I mean, they're studying. There's guys behind the scenes looking at film and trying to find out tendencies or different things or players and things that may give them a little bit of an edge when it comes to matching up against a team like that. Plus, you're always kind of like self-scouting, look at other teams because you may get ideas as well, defensively or offensively, of plays or schemes that they've run that you can implement into your offense or defense. Everything's copycat. I mean, it really is. Talking points real quick for Local Realty, though. Full service, flat listing fee. That's what you get with Local Realty. And again, it's at $2,900 flat fee for up to $500,000 listing at Local Realty. It's going to save you a ton of money on the sell side and save millions of dollars for a lot of people in the Birmingham metro area. Now they expand to North Alabama, South Alabama. They've sold thousands of homes. 5-star rating on Zillow. You're going to love working with Jeremy and Gina Miller and the great team at Local Realty. Find out more for yourself at localrealtyflatfee.com. That's localrealtyflatfee.com for more information on Local Realty. All right, we'll wrap up hour number 2 here on this Wednesday edition. We're out at the 2021 Kathleen P. Bruin Memorial Leadership Open. And again, it's benefiting Bridgeways, a great organization where young people learn to care, connect, and contribute. More coming from Legacy at here at the Greystone Country Club, as well as from AVX with Matt Coulter, audio, video excellence. Stay with us as we wrap up hour number 2.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
The flagship station for Alabama Crimson Tide sports, Tide 100.9, and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Tuscaloosa Tire and Service, they've got the big brands you know and trust. Goodyear, Firestone, Bridgestone, Cooper, and they can finance for you as well. When you need routine maintenance and alignment, a tune-up, whatever it is, belts, hoses, just basic stuff, or when you don't know what's wrong with your car, truck, or SUV, make it Tuscaloosa Tire and Service. They're dependable, they're trustworthy. That's why they've lasted for over 36 years. Skyland Boulevard, McFarland Boulevard East in Northport on Lurleen Wallace Boulevard. Check out the website, TuscaloosaTireandService.com.
You know what happens in a plasma chamber?
Big stuff. Science stuff.
Diamonds. I'm Tom Osmond. Fincher and Osmond Jewelers carries artisan-created diamonds.
Earth and human safe.
And bigger. Lots bigger.
Fincher and Osmond diamonds from the mines or artisan-created diamonds.
They're all diamonds.
If you want to give her the big stuff, you've got to see these diamonds.
FincherandOsmond.com. A little tricky to find on McFarland Boulevard between Edgar's and Local Roots.
Don't miss a play at the Sportsbook at Pearl River Resort. Your front row seat to all the action. Place bets on all professional and most college sports at the counter, kiosk, or on your phone. Then catch the game on one of our 20 big screens from the comfort of the newly remodeled Timeout Lounge. Plus, the PRR Sports app gives you access to live, in-play sports betting. Sportsbook at Pearl River Resort. Be more than a fan. Be a player. Must be 21.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish is...
It's pretty bad.
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind. Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿De dónde eres?
¿De dónde eres?
No matter your learning style or experience level, Babbel has lessons designed for you that will get you speaking quickly and confidently.
I tried learning Spanish before, but I couldn't stick with it until I found Babbel.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said, now we speak Spanish.
I can't wait to use our new language skills on our upcoming adventures.
Babbel, language for life, celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
If your family depends on your income and something happened to you, what would happen to them? You need life insurance, and SelectQuote can help you get it at a price you can afford.
SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, who's in excellent health, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $19 a month.
Not in perfect health? Don't worry.
SelectQuote found Tanya, 40, who has type 2 diabetes, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $32 a month.
We shop companies like Protective, Prudential, American General, and others to find you the company with the best rates. Give your family the security they need at a price you can afford. For your free quote, call 1-800-519-0449. That's 1-800-519-0449. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-519-0449. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your premium could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
The sky partially sunny this afternoon. The high today 79. Clouds move in tonight. A chance of showers after midnight. The low 61. Tomorrow mostly cloudy. A good chance of showers. Maybe a thunderstorm in spots. The high tomorrow at 76. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 79 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Hi, welcome back in as we continue live from Legacy Golf Course here at Greystone. Bridgeways is the name of the organization we're out for, and where young people learn to care, connect, and contribute. It's part of the 2021 Kathleen P. Bruin Memorial Leadership Open presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alabama and official partner as well, Alltech, and Patty Bromberg. Now, joining us, she was in studio with us a couple weeks back, and we had a chance to talk about this golf tournament, what it means to her, and so many, and why she does it each and every year, our second year to be a part of it. So thank you for having us out, and you dialed up some great weather for us. You did, and a lot of people out supporting this as it was last year. Look forward to everybody starting to come back in about right now, and be a fun time.
It's been incredible. Thank you all so much for coming and supporting us. I mean, it's been a huge hit, really. Who could ask for this weather? I mean, seriously.
Any special thanks to like sponsors, people, or?
Yeah. I mean, Blue Cross is our big sponsor. So
yeah.
A huge shout out to them. And then Altech, we'd like to give a shout out to, and of course, the Jernigan Foundation.
And tell us again, just real quick, what does this event really go to support?
Okay, we have a scholarship program that all the money for this goes to support a child for first year. Well, it doesn't really have to be first year, but for scholarship. And the young lady that won it this year, her name's Lily Tudon. She's from Chelsea High School, and she was just unbelievable. 4.45 average GPA. Just she's going places. So. The money helps. It's really all about leadership, and she's a leader. And the tournament is named after Kathleen P. Bruin, who was just magnificent. Really.
Well, congratulations. And it's so funny. The number on our flag is 12, which is his 12th book. It came out yesterday. Yeah, Amazon #1 seller right now. It's been great. And all over airport. So congratulations on all ends. Yeah, definitely. Exactly. Hey, have a great Wednesday. Matt Coulter back at AVX. Thank you for being with us as well. Lars Anderson, Antonio Langham, and Patty Bromberg joining us now. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner